I've been having a ton of fun mainly doing aluminum projects on my LUNYEE 3020 Nova. I reviewed it on my Matt Builds channel. Its dual linear guides on all axes was my favorite feature, and for aluminum, now that I've experienced it, I'd say it's a must. The 710 watt router it comes with does a great job at this. It's no expensive spindle, but I've not had issues with it. It keeps its speed and works great. The first aluminum project I did was creating a L bracket, something I think is pretty awesome for workpiece holding, and I want to have it for all my future projects. I designed it myself, so I can share that SVG for free. Check the description if you're interested. While at it, please like and subscribe. This channel is new, and I'd love to give it more and more time. CNC work is my favorite part of the shop. It did amazing. I'm using an 8-inch 2-loop bit, going at 1500 millimeters per minute, at half a millimeter per layer for the pockets and a quarter millimeter per layer for the contours. I could probably do more. I went up to half a millimeter for the contours and it started sounding a little angry. In some tests that I did, so I'd say about a quarter millimeters to maybe 0.4 would be good. I can go deeper on the pockets because it's not full width of a cut. Those I bet you could do a lot more than my 0.5 millimeters. Now I did a low metal tool on the cubicle, which turned out great for the entry-level machine that it is, and it was even surprising it could do aluminum period. I'll do a similar tool on this machine, and the edges should turn out a lot nicer while doing it a lot quicker too. I don't want to have tabs, less work after, so I'll use double-sided tape on 3mm basewood. Using my L bracket to secure it laterally, I use a clamp that comes with the Nova to clamp it down left and right. It's plenty solid. So I'll trigger an error in a bit. My router was set a little bit too high and I hit the end stop before reaching 0. My bit is pretty short. I knew it was close since I set it up, so today I'll just lower it, reset my Z, and it should be perfect. X and Y aren't lost. Back to work, it finished that hole that I did as a pocket. Then it cut it out. It's sounding great, no issue setting this at speeds and depth I'm going, which is a quarter millimeter at 15mm per minute. On my last turn I can see it was a little under 0 and got gummed up with the double-sided tape. It can be an issue with small parts when the bit hits the tape. It comes out with warm water and it wipes off. Here's the difference between the cubicle cut and this one, a clear difference. The cubicle did the job, but this made a piece, something that looks polished and ready to go. Next, I want to make a piece something that's two parts and connects together, and while at it, something a lot bigger and deeper to cut. This is a low box similar to some wooden ones I've made in reviews of the machines. The bottom part has an extra lip that catches the cover, and if my precision is there, it should hold tight upside down. The edges are amazing, and as you can see, I'm going pretty much to the limit this 1/8 inch bit can do. A longer bit could do longer, but I'd be scared to snap the bit at that point. Even that had me a little worried, but it did great. For the lid, I'm not wasting a ton of aluminum doing it on the thicker piece. I'm getting it done on 10mm stock. I scaled the inside of the hole to be pretty close to the other one. With wood, I have it tighter because I can sand, so hopefully my math is good. Perfect fit and it holds. I'm pretty happy about this. This is the precision you want when doing parts. Now I wanted something since a while, a keychain to put on my vacuum's remote control. In a place I'll stop losing it. With a big aluminum keychain like this, it should do. I'm going to use a V-carve bit to do the logo and hopefully it comes out clear. The angles with the lighting show a lot of lines for the bottom, but it's really smooth and actually looks awesome with the logo on them. Here it is on the wall now, helping me not lose this remote all the time. I've done aluminum on a few desktop machines, and I have to say that dual linear guides on all axes really does the trick. This machine is awesome, firm, and can do parts at speeds that are super acceptable for a home machine. I plan to do a lot more aluminum projects with this machine that I'm pretty much dedicating to that. While I'll do the woodworking on the bigger 1010 by 1010 machine with the huge spindle. That thing is a beast, but it doesn't have the precision on its surface to do aluminum work like this. I'm happy to have both around. They'll be my main machines for the current time. See you soon, thanks for watching. Subscribe, check the video suggested on screen for more.